I, 29M, had been dating Megan, 27F, for about a year and a half. We met through some mutual friends, hit it off quickly, and things had been going well, or at least I thought so. We were even starting to talk about moving in together, once her lease ended in a few months. Last Friday, Megan went out with some of her coworkers to celebrate a birthday. I stayed home, just relaxing, and decided to look for a show she had mentioned she was watching. It wasn't popping up under my Netflix account, so I figured maybe she had saved it under hers. When I tried to log in, her password didn't work at first. I figured she might have changed it, but on a whim, I tried the password she typically used for everything. I work in IT and have warned her 1,000 times not to reuse passwords, but she always laughed it off, saying it was easier to remember. The second try worked. While browsing her watch list, I noticed she had been watching some trashy dating reality show she always claimed she hated. I shrugged it off and eventually found the show I was looking for. After watching a few episodes, I went to log out, but I accidentally clicked on her Netflix profile settings instead. That's when I realized her Netflix account was still connected to her email. I saw a new notification about one of her Instagram posts getting engagement. That struck me as weird. Megan rarely posted. Her last post on her main Instagram account was months ago, from a hiking trip we took. This is where I crossed a line I'm not proud of. Curiosity got the better of me. I tried logging into her Instagram with the same password she reused. It worked. But instead of her normal account, I found a second, private Instagram account. The username was something like Real Megan Thoughts. And her bio said, "Where I can be honest without walking on eggshells." I felt my stomach drop. I started scrolling through the posts. What I found wasn't just casual venting. It was 6 straight months of her mocking me and our relationship. There were posts where she called me boring, predictable, financially stable but spiritually dead. She joked about spending Friday nights with me being the equivalent of a death sentence. In one post, she said I was just training wheels until her real husband came along. She even went into painful, humiliating detail about our sex life. One post that hit especially hard described how she ran into her ex for 5 minutes and felt more alive than she had with me in months. What made it even worse was realizing some of the people following this account. I recognized usernames. Her 2 close friends who were always friendly when we hung out. Her sister who I'd helped move a few weeks ago. Even a coworker who had recently invited us to her wedding. They had all seen these posts, liked them, commented on them, laughed at my expense, while being perfectly nice to my face. I logged out of her Instagram and just sat there stunned. Then I logged back in and started taking screenshots. Every post, every comment, every bit of betrayal. At first, I thought maybe I'd just confront her quietly and end things. But the more I read and the deeper I went, the more furious I became. This wasn't a one-off rant after a bad day. This was systematic, deliberate humiliation. And it had been going on while she was planning our future together. So I made a decision. I posted the screenshots. No captions, no explanations. Just the truth, exactly as she had written it. Her mom saw it first. Everything blew up from there. Everyone in her close circle had been secretly laughing at me. And once I realized it, I made a choice. I posted a carousel of screenshots from her private Instagram. Raw proof of the difference between the person she pretended to be with me and who she really was behind my back. No caption, no explanation. Just the truth. I posted it on Saturday morning, then turned off my phone and went to the gym for a couple of hours to clear my head. When I turned my phone back on, the notifications were endless. My roommate was the first to fill me in. Apparently, her mom, who always hovered over both of our social media accounts, was the first to comment. She had her post notifications turned on for both of us. Her comment was immediate and brutal. "Megan Christine Davis, call me immediately. Your father and I are beyond disgusted." Within a few hours, Megan started blowing up my phone. Texts, calls, voicemails, switching wildly between rage and desperation. Her first text was pure anger. How dare I invade her privacy and demanding that I take it down. Then came the justifications. That the account was just a place to vent. That it wasn't real. That everyone needs an outlet sometimes. Next were the threats. Her father was calling a lawyer, and she accused me of defamation and privacy violations. Then the bargaining started, begging me to take it down because her boss followed me and she could lose her job. Finally, the pleading. She claimed she loved me, that she never meant any of it, and she needed a chance to explain. I didn't respond to any of it. I let it all unfold. By Sunday afternoon, the situation had completely unraveled. Megan's sister reached out, not to defend her, but to apologize for encouraging her behavior. 2 friends texted to say they were sorry, that they had no idea she could be like that. My phone buzzed nonstop with people reacting. Later that day, her roommate Kate showed up at my apartment carrying a box of my stuff from their place. She looked uneasy but said, "She's a mess." Not defending her, but just so you know, HR called her in for an emergency meeting this morning. They put her on leave while they figure things out, because of the company's image policies. I just nodded. Before leaving, Kate added that she'd refused to follow Megan's secret account when invited because she thought it was messed up. And that's why things have been awkward between us for a while. Monday morning, Megan showed up at my door around 7 a.m., eyes swollen, looking like she hadn't slept. "Can we talk?" she asked. I let her in but stayed cold, no coffee, no small talk. We sat across from each other at the kitchen table. "I lost everything in 2 days," she finally said, voice shaking. "My parents are furious. My dad's threatening to stop paying my student loans. Half my friends won't speak to me. I'm on leave from work. And I lost you." She looked at me desperately. "Why did you have to post it publicly? Why couldn't you just come to me? Like how you came to me when you had a problem?" I asked. She flinched. "It's different," she said weakly. "I never meant for you to see it. It was private." "And that makes it better?" I replied. "That you trash me behind my back instead of being honest." She didn't have an answer. After a long, heavy silence, I told her, "You know what's ironic? If you had just talked to me about any of those feelings, being bored, needing more excitement, I would have listened. I would have worked on it. But instead, you smiled to my face and treated me like some placeholder behind my back." "It wasn't everyone," she protested softly. 14 people, I corrected her. "Including your boss's daughter. That's not exactly a private diary." She broke down again, begging me to delete the post, saying I had ruined enough of her life. But I told her simply, "I didn't ruin anything. I just showed people what you wrote. You did the rest." Eventually, she left without us coming to any resolution. I took the post down later that day, not for her, but because I had made my point, and I didn't want the drama hanging over either of us forever. It's been 2 weeks now. Megan moved back in with her parents temporarily. According to friends, she's back at work, but missed out on a promotion she was in line for. Most of our shared friends have quietly drifted away from both of us, uncomfortable with what happened. Surprisingly, her mom sent me a kind message, saying while she was heartbroken about how everything ended, she understood why I did what I did, and was working on helping Megan grow from it. As for me, I'm hanging in there, still trying to process it all. I don't regret posting the truth. Some people think I went too far by going public, instead of just breaking up with her privately. Maybe they're right. But after seeing months of her lies, something inside me snapped. The worst part isn't even the cruel things she said about me. It's realizing that the person I loved, the person I thought I knew, never really existed. She was just playing a part. And I was the fool who believed it.